What's up? What's up? What's up? Here getting things started, letting things marinate for a little bit, peppering up some things. We're going to have a little discussion, a nice discussion, much needed discussion about what is a good woman? What makes a good woman? I'm live on YouTube, live on Rumble, and it was a video that came across my way. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to give my thoughts. Y'all can leave your thoughts. The chat room is open. Put a number 1 in the chat. You know how we do. And show your boy some love. Shout out to Truth After Dark with my man Paul Pierce and Azaria. We're going to listen to what they have to say. I'm going to say some things. Then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. This is reaction time. Conversation and reviews. So grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and peep this out.
What's a good woman?
I think a good woman is just a good person. Like, I think being a good person. I'm not even just saying a good woman, a good person.
Can't be a good woman?
I'm not saying that. You could be a hoe and you could be a good person. But what I'm saying is
what's a good woman?
A good woman and a good person is someone who's not using someone or misusing them, who is not in a relationship trying to connive, who is disloyal, who is actually somewhere because they love you and they want to make you a better person. That's someone who could be vulnerable, someone who's honest, who shows up in the ways that you're supposed to show up. You know what a good person is, a genuine person.
A good woman, are they?
That good woman, does she bring her man peace? That good woman, is she a praying woman? That good woman, can she weather the storm? Life gonna hand you things. Okay? Will she have your back? Will she support you? I'm talking about teamwork. 100 on 100, meaning she's bringing something to the table of a relationship. That man is bringing something to the table of a relationship. They both are bringing something to the table of a relationship and or household. So at the end of the day, it is a win-win for all. Is she submissive? Is she kind? Is she feminine? She know how to say thank you? Is she pleasant? These are characteristics that make up a good woman. Heaven forbids a man should lose his job and have to sit down. Will she have his back? Will she keep things afloat until he gets back to work? See, what makes a good woman a good woman? That's something that you really, really have to dive in deep. Can a man feel safe around her? Can a man open up to her and don't have to worry about her using things against him in a time of argument? Does she choose her words wisely? Does she use wisdom? These are those things. Because what's happening and what we're seeing in today when it comes to dating, especially with the large number of black women, shit's not good. Not good at all. and we have to talk about it. Paul Pierce made a good solid point. What is a good woman?
Are there any black good women?
Yes, of course.
What race you think got the most good women?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What if you just had to choose?
Black.
Good.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why you think that's funny. I think that there's a lot of black.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Not what we're seeing in today. No, not what we're seeing in today. I want to back that up, and I want to back up that question.
I don't know. I really don't know.
You think got the most good women? Are there any black good women?
Yes, of course.
What race you think got the most good women?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What if you just had to choose?
Black.
Good.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why you think that's funny. I think that there's a lot of black good women. Like literally,
I'm saying what race you think got the most?
Black. I'm always gonna say that, and I think that it's because when.
I don't think it's black.
I think white women are raised to run the play a lot.
I would say the Asian community. Just my opinion. The Asian community, Latin community. I would put black on the lower list and on the bottom list, just because of the things that I see, the things that we all see. We all see the truth. Some just don't want to acknowledge it. Is black the most dominant race on the planet? Yes. But as far as the dating culture, no. Because look at what we see. Look at how black men and women are so divided. The hatred that a large number of black women have for black men, especially those that don't know them and did nothing to them. Let's continue.
And I think that other races, no, I don't. I think that black culture is the only culture that still wants love and puts love on a pedestal. I think that's the problem. Other cultures are businesses. Love is a business. Chinese, Indian, white people, they get together as a business.
No, they don't. They get together as a whole. They get together as a team. Because those races, Azaria, that you just mentioned, look at their family structure. You see more men in a household in those races than you do black. Huh? What? Okay. Need I say more?
Black people are the only culture that still care about love and want to be loved. That's why we're the only people sitting on podcasts all day talking about love.
I think the most loyal.
No, black is the only race, especially overall, a large number of black women that will sit up on a damn podcast and say some disrespectful, hurtful, hateful things to a black man. We ain't gonna sugarcoat truth. Nah, we're not gonna sugarcoat it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna acknowledge it. A large number of black women is the only race that will go on social media and humiliate, emasculate, disrespect a black man. We see it. Can't run from that. Look at the behaviors. See for yourself. Your boy Big Truck cannot be making this ish up. You see it for yourself.
Loyal and the most good women, if I had to think culturally, I think it's Chinese and Mexican.
Okay.
That's what I just said. That's what I. Let's go.
I mean, I do. I mean, I'm just saying they know, they hold family values. They know how to treat their man. They hold their man up to a standard. They ain't quick to run, and they ain't posting them on Instagram. I ain't never seeing them like, look at this, like, you know what I'm saying. Then when the relationship over, they not dragging them. Like, I feel like our race, we drag our, like, I'm tired of seeing that on Instagram when you break up. Man, you drag them now. Damn, y'all was just in love. Now, why you don't have to, you just leave peacefully, clean.
Yeah, not just that, but why you gotta air out your dirty laundry on social media? We the only race that do that. Large number of black women are the one that do that. Will go on social media and air out their dirty laundry and put their ex on blast to get validation for attention. And then, especially if the woman is wrong and she don't get the attention that she wants, the validation that she wants, what's the next thing that she does? Hides the comments. So you can't leave a comment. Because she don't want to hear the backlash. Boy, I tell you. Shit. Shout out to Celsius Energy Drink on this one. Let's get it.
Break.
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. I've seen so many Mexican women do shit like that. A lot. So I don't believe that at all. And I've seen it happen like firsthand. So,
but see, Azaria, you can tell why she behaves and acts the way she acts. But I guarantee you, no man want her. No man ain't checking for her. Let's continue.
I know that that's not true. So I don't believe that. Chinese, I ain't see the Chinese do nothing. So I could probably agree with you on that. I don't see Chinese do nothing really. So I'm not gonna disagree with that. But I can definitely say Mexicans, I done seen them get angry as hell and do all type of crazy shit. I've seen that firsthand. I'm from LA. I've seen all of that. But I will say Chinese, I don't know about Chinese, but I don't see that about Chinese. I don't see that about Indian women either. But you know, maybe like at the end of the day, I think that also like I will stand on this and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on this. Black women have been traumatized by black men, period, point blank. And that has a lot to do with the hurt and the way that black women are acting these days.
But black men can say the same thing. What you just said is a two-edged sword conversation. A black man can say the same thing. I was married for 14 months. I got done piss poor dirty. And then blame shift. Okay? Gaslit. Having thinking it was me. But it really wasn't. Homeless. So I hear what you're saying, but you have to acknowledge and look at the behaviors that a large number of black women display to a black man, especially a man that don't know you. I'm from Cali too. I'm from LA too. Long Beach, Compton. What's really hood? So you can miss me with the bullshit. Let's continue.
Black men think they don't have anything to do with that, and that is a lie. At the end of the day, a lot of black men have traumatized these women and have made them scorned.
A large number of black women have traumatized these black men and made them scorn. Everything that you are saying is a two-edged sword conversation. A man can say the same damn thing that you're saying. And it's Big Truck cannot be making this up. You're hearing it. No accountability. Gaslighting is men's fault. This is what black men have done to black women. And this is why black women behave the way they behave. No. A large number of black women behave the way they behave because a large number of them got some damn unresolved childhood issues that they need to deal with. And it's not up to a man to fix your ass. It's up to you to fix you. It's up to you to get help. It's up to you to take accountability and acknowledge the part that you played in it. If a man can sit up there and take responsibility for the part he played in it, how come your ass can't? Let's start there. But no, we want to have a blaming session starring all black men. And you see it doesn't work for you because your ass is still single. Let's continue.
Bitter, and now we're in a competition with who doesn't care more, who doesn't give a fuck less. Oh, we want to pretend we all don't care. We're in a war of who cares less, who can do more, who's more cracking.
No, a large number of black women are in a competition about who and why other race of women are taking black men. Shit, to be frankly honest with you, a large number of black women are in competition with each other. But I'm wrong for admitting that part, right? I'm wrong for saying that because that's too much like right. That's too much like truth.
This is the competition we're in, and we're steering away from real love and real commitment every single day at the end of the day. So I just feel like black men have to take accountability in the role that they played.
Well, but black women need to take accountability for the role that they play. How come it is so hard? What the fuck? Why is it so hard for a large number of black women to take accountability for the part they play? That's like asking my ex-wife to take accountability for the part she played in this. Because when you are in a relationship and or marriage, it takes two. Ain't no one person just gonna fuck up the relationship or fuck up the marriage and destroy it. No, it takes two. What led up to it? How did it happen? What did you do that caused this reaction? And cause this person to do this, or say this, or go here, or go there. Let's talk about it. See, accountability is woman's kryptonite, especially black women. Large number of black women rather just throw flame on a man instead of just looking at themselves and say, okay, what part did I play in this? Let me acknowledge what I did. See, Azaria, she's all over the place. You can tell she's dealing with some bitterness. Whoever she was with did her greasy. There's some trauma there. There's some hurt there. There's some things there. Beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong, hands down. Beautiful, attractive. But that thing that's inside of her is very nasty and ugly. And it's bitterness, and she carries stuff. Sometimes you just have to learn to release things and let some things go and get some help.
Wait, what? Black men have to take accountability.
Yeah.
Black men or women? Huh?
Both, but definitely black men. I'm talking about in the role that they played in creating this hurt and this pain. Because what we have seen historically is like a black woman will be loyal and they'll be holding a black man down through all of his transgressions and everything that he goes through. And then as soon as he gets up and gets some money, he's leaving that black woman
Now, what about when the black women do the same thing that you just said black men do? Then what? I'll sip my Celsius energy drink and I'll wait for that answer. What happens? I'm going to say it again. I'll put that on rice and peas, oxtail, jerk salmon, rum punch. What happens when a woman levels up and the very thing you just said that man would do, what happens when that woman would do? Then what? I want to hear the answer.
A different type of chick.
So it should be a new slogan now that says black women don't cheat. Right?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm just saying though, like since it's we traumatizing y'all, that means y'all loyal.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Large number of black women traumatize their damn self. When they go on these podcast shows and they make these damn videos. See, this is the thing that they don't want to acknowledge, that others are acknowledging. Hell, you got good black women out there that have good character, that have good value, holding women that speak like Azaria's feet to the damn fire, and they don't like it because they hold them accountable. You're not going to sit up here and say it's black men's fault for the behaviors of black women. Bullshit. But what we are going to fix and to say is a lot of the behaviors of the black women stem from unresolved childhood issues and childhood trauma and abandonment, father not being in a home, abuse, mental and physical, and sexual. Yeah, we gonna go there. Abandonment issues. It's something. You know, you can look, you know, I can look at a woman. Let me rephrase that. I can look through a woman and tell if that woman has a lot of trauma, has some unresolved childhood issues. Case in point. And you know what? Fuck it, we all grown. And I'm guilty of it. I'm wrong. Yeah, I sure did. I made a bad choice of who I married. Yeah, there was a lot of red flags. I'm quite sure there was red flags on me too. But see, I'm man enough to admit it. I'm man enough to state it. Yeah, I have some things going on too, because I had some unresolved childhood issues and I had to go back and face my past. See, I can say that because I did the work. I didn't run from myself. But whoa, Nelly, the woman I married, god damn. I never knew what the hell narcissist was until it was presented to me. My ex stayed running from her past instead of confronting it, getting some help, and being a better version of herself. Yeah. I should have paid attention. The things that she was saying to me in conversation when we were getting to know each other, I was catching it, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Case in point, she says, I attract men, but they don't stay long. That's a damn red flag. What you mean they don't stay long? Lo and behold, now I see why they don't stay long. Now I see why your relationships don't make it past a year. both your marriages didn't make it past 5 years. And your first kid's father, y'all was even married. So here we're looking at a woman that has 4 kids and 3 different baby daddies. Well, one of them passed away. But still, married twice. With me, married 3 times. So you got 3 failed marriages. I cannot be making this shit up, bro. Let's continue to feast.
Y'all don't do shit.
I'm
Y'all-
not saying that. And that's the thing. Like, again, that's you going into a victim mentality. I'm not saying that Black women don't do anything. We're human. We make mistakes and we're going to do a lot. But
how come you're not calling it? How come you're not addressing it? How come you're not holding modern women accountable? Nothing of the nature about holding modern women accountable came out your mouth. But everything else regarding man, disrespectful of man, throwing flame on man, shitting on man, came out of your mouth. I'm here in the West Coast and I'm listening to it. I'm going to need you, Azaria, to start holding modern women accountable. Modern women, modern feminist women accountable for their behavior. I'm not talking about women of good character and good value. Those women are doing good when we know that they're doing good because they share. But yet, those are the same women that share, they get shamed by modern feminist women, and half of them are the same color as them. Okay. This is some damn good energy drink here.
at the same time, you cannot sit here and tell me that you have not seen historically Black men cheat, lie, hurt, cheat on them.
I've seen that too, but I've also seen Black women do the same damn thing. So what's your point? I've seen Black women do the same damn thing, a large number of them, because every Black woman don't cheat. Every Black man don't cheat, but there's certain individuals that you choose, they do that exact thing.
While they're pregnant, break them down, make them feel like shit. You've seen that. You've seen that.
I seen that with.
But this is what I want to do though. I want to shift the goalposts. Can your boy Big Truck shift the goalposts? I want to shift the goalposts. And here's a video that I want to share. Go to my history right quick. And it's going to be this one right here. So when we're talking about where a lot of things, where a lot of things get started from, where a lot of things came from, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they've all hit the hammer on the nail. Okay, they've all said some very, very powerful things, but I want to focus solely on what Malcolm X said. And I'm going to play it and we're going to talk about it because it's all going to tie in together. Why you got blacks that hate on each other? Where did it really come from?
Of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man. Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
Who taught you how to hate those of your same skin color? Whether it be man or woman. Who taught you that? Who taught Black women to hate black men, to disconnect themselves from black men, to separate. That means divide, separate, divide themselves from black men. Who taught that? You didn't just wake up one morning and black women and say you're gonna just hate black men, and you say some hurtful, disgusting, disrespectful things to black men. No, you don't just wake up. That's a learned behavior. Where'd you get it from? Would it be safe to say feminism? Following something, trying to be a part of something that you had no business following and being a part of. Same thing with black men. Hating, saying some disrespectful things towards black women. Both treating each other disrespectfully. I mean, man, not knowing that black is the most beautifulest thing on the planet. What happened to black love? Whatever happened to black power couple, black power household? I mean, we know the other side don't want to see that. Because when you have a black family, a black household, where the male is masculine and the female is feminine, but both fit together like a hand in glove, oh, hell no, they don't want that. Because that's too much like strength. That's too much positive. So they rather just enforce an agenda. And look how many people fell for the agenda, part of the agenda, versus those that chose not to follow or be a part of the agenda.
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
Always had the name on my passport, Malik al-Shabazz, only I only used it in the Muslim world. Well, Hajj is a title that is given to any Muslim who makes the pilgrimage to Mecca during the official Hajj season.
Who taught you to hate yourself? That is a question Malcolm X asked over 60 years ago. And not a single institution, not a school system, not a government, not a church, not a media company has ever stood up and answered it honestly. Because the honest answer would require them to admit that the hatred was not natural. It was installed deliberately over centuries by a system that understood that the most effective way to control a people is to make them despise the thing they cannot change, the skin they were born in. This is Black Culture Unlocked.
And shout out to this brother. You know, he shout out to this brother. He makes a very valid point. And I'm led to stream this. I'm led to talk about this because I am disgusted at the things that I'm seeing and hearing coming from our kings and queens out there. For real. How black men treat black women, how black women treat black men, how black men treat black men, how black women treat black women. I mean, it's a damn circle of disrespect. It's a damn circle of division. But how did we get here? It didn't just happen. Who taught it? Why did a large number of individuals adopt something that they had no business adopting or tapping into something that they had no business tapping into. Why? Because it's obvious. You see the result. Nowhere. Everybody hurting everybody. People disrespecting other people. I mean, it's to the point where a large number of individuals don't like the way they look. Black women getting BBLs, getting their breasts done, getting their lips done, their nose, their cheeks, their elbows, their kneecaps, the fake hair, the fake nails, the eyelashes. You don't even like your authentic self. Taking selfies wearing filters. Like, what happened? Where's your prunes? What's going on? You don't like yourself that much that you are destroying your own body and destroying the way you look, wearing caked on makeup to hide your pain, putting on the mask. But when the mask begins to slip and fall, you feel some type of way. And get mad at a man when a man says he like a woman with natural beauty. What the hem fat? See, running from yourself. Same thing with men. Nigga, if you don't pull your damn pants up, do you know what you advertising when you sagging? Pick your head up when you walk, bruh. Stop walking with your head down. Put some bass in your voice when you talk. Don't no grown masculine man do his hands like this here. Sit down and read a book. Learn a trade. Let your yes be yes and your no mean no. Have a backbone about yourself. You see a woman you like, be respectful and approach her respectfully. Same thing to a woman. You see a man that you like, approach him respectfully. What the hell? Let's continue.
Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? He asked the question like a prosecutor reading charges, because that is what it was, an indictment. And the defendant was every institution in American life that participated in making black people despise their own reflection. Start with the image of God. For 400 years, the dominant image of divine power in the Western world has been white. White Jesus, white angels, white saints, white Mary, every painting, every stained glass window, every illustrated Bible, every nativity scene. A black child walks into any church in the Western world and sees holiness wrapped in white skin, goodness in white skin, salvation in white skin. The unspoken conclusion is inescapable. If God is white and I am not white, then I am further from God than the people who look like the paintings. This is not an accident. The whitewashing of biblical figures was a deliberate project that accelerated during the colonial era, when European powers needed divine justification for the enslavement of African peoples. If God looks like the enslaver, then enslavement is God's will.
My boy's giving you some history. There's some backdrop. There's some history to this because we're going somewhere with it. Okay? Because in a lot of contexts, a lot of us has been lied to. And this is where when you begin to speak truth, individuals from the other side may have a problem with it. Well, you know what? Damn that. They're going to have a problem with it. Anytime you expose another for what they have in their hand, they're going to have a problem. Because now they know that you know and don't want you sharing with everybody else because they don't want everybody else to know. But the domino effect has already started. And people are knowing. People are sharing. People are having conversations. People have always been connecting the dots. And people always knew that something was not right, but they couldn't put their finger on it. When they would go back biblically, everything that they were being told didn't line up with what they were reading, what they were studying. And the moment those individuals, man and woman, began to have questions and exercise the right to ask questions, here come the backlash.
If Jesus is white, then white authority is Christ's authority. The image came first, the theology followed, and the people who were enslaved were handed a religion that told them, and in every visual, that they were further from heaven than the people holding the whip. Then the beauty standards, the billion-dollar architecture of self-hatred that Malcolm identified in a single sentence. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? The global skin lightening industry is worth an estimated $8.6 billion and is projected to reach over $12 billion by 2027. The products are marketed primarily to Black and brown women. In India, Fair and Lovely, now rebranded as Glow and Lovely after public pressure, has been the best-selling skin cream for decades. In West Africa, an estimated 77% of women in Nigeria use skin lightening products. In the United States, chemical relaxers designed to straighten Black hair have been linked in a 2022 National Institutes of Health study to a significantly increased risk of uterine cancer. And the products are marketed almost exclusively to Black women.
Yeah. Those types of products are marketed to Black women, and Black women gonna pay for it. From the makeup, to the weaves, to the wig, to the eyelashes, to the fingernails. Need I say more? Self-identity. Or as we call it, self-identity crisis.
Women. Malcolm asked who taught you. The answer is documented. During slavery, the proximity to whiteness determined your position in the hierarchy. House slaves, lighter skinned, often the children of rape by slaveholders, were given less physically brutal work. Field slaves, darker skinned, were given the worst labor. This created a color caste within the enslaved population that survived long after slavery ended. Light-skinned Black people received preferential treatment in employment, education, and social standing. Some historically Black colleges and universities applied the brown paper bag test well into the 20th century. If your skin was darker than a brown paper bag, you were denied admission. If you are getting something from this, subscribe and hit that like button. Let's keep going. The media reinforced it. For the first 50 years of American cinema, Black characters were either absent or caricatured. Mammies, Sambos, coons, savages, criminals. The first major American film, Birth of a Nation in 1915, depicted Black men as animalistic predators and celebrated the Ku Klux Klan as heroes. It was screened in the White House by President Woodrow Wilson, who reportedly said, "It is like writing history with lightning, and my only regret is that it is all so terribly true." When Black beauty was acknowledged, it was acknowledged conditionally. Lena Horne could be a star because her features were acceptable. Dorothy Dandridge could be a leading lady because she was light enough.
But taking Lena Horne and this sister here, look how feminine they were. The beauty. You see? You really, is it making sense? Leave a comment, let me know. Is it starting to hit home? Is it starting to connect? Is it starting to make sense, even just a little bit? Let's continue. Let's dive deep. Let's go.
But darker-skinned Black women were invisible in mainstream media until decades later. And even then, the fight for representation has been constant, contested, and incomplete. Television continued the work. Advertising continued the work. The products on the shelf continued the work. As Muhammad Ali pointed out in that same era, angel food cake was white, devil's food cake was chocolate. The good cowboys rode white horses. The president lived in a white house. White rain, white cloud, white swan. The entire consumer landscape of America was organized around the equation that white equals good and dark equals bad. A child does not need to be explicitly told that their skin is inferior. They absorb it from every shelf, every screen, every billboard, every magazine cover, every doll in the toy store. And the doll study proved it.
So, knowing the history of how black men and black women were treated, let's fast forward up today and look how black men and black women are treated, especially by their very own. You ever notice that? Treated worse now, today's time, worse by their own versus how they were being treated back then of someone of another race. Paraphrasing, how whites treated them back then and it's way worse now. The way that a large number of blacks treat each other. Let's continue. Yeah, I said it. What?
Kenneth and Mamie Clark's 1947 experiment showed black children pointing to the white doll as the good doll and the black doll as the bad doll, and then identifying themselves with the bad doll. That study has been replicated in every decade since, with the same results. The teaching that Malcolm described is so deeply embedded in American culture that 7 decades of civil rights progress have not dislodged it from the minds of 5-year-olds. Social media has added new layers. Filter culture allows users to lighten their skin, narrow their noses, and thin their lips in real time.
And you have more black women using filters more than black men do. It shows. I got 2 homegirls right now from Cali, Northern California, Oakland area. Go on Instagram. Selfies galore with damn filters. Why not take a full body picture of yourself and show it if you want to take a selfie? But no. Why? What are you ashamed? You ashamed of how your body look? You ashamed of your body shape? There's a lot of men out there that love big women. What the hell? Embrace who you are. Especially if you say you want a real man. Especially if you say you want a good man. I cannot be making this shit up here. I'm telling you. You have folk that would rather run from theyself and put up a facade rather than be organic and be yourself.
Instagram and TikTok algorithms have been documented promoting lighter skinned creators over darker skinned creators, not because of explicit programming, but because the engagement patterns of users reflect the same biases that the culture installed. The technology changes, the teaching remains the same, and it starts younger than ever. Black children today are exposed to beauty standards through screens before they can read. A 3-year-old with a tablet is absorbing the same messages that Malcolm identified through the characters in cartoons, through the faces in advertisements, through the filters their older siblings use. The delivery system has changed from magazines and movies to algorithms and apps, but the content is identical. Whiteness equals beauty, whiteness equals value. Whiteness equals the default human being, and blackness equals something that needs to be corrected, lightened, straightened, narrowed, or hidden. Malcolm asked one question, but embedded in that question was an entire history of colonial Christianity, of slave hierarchies, of beauty industries, of media representation, of consumer culture, of educational systems, of psychological warfare waged against the people for centuries until the hatred became self-sustaining. Until black people did not need white people to tell them they were inferior. They told themselves. They told their children. They bought the creams. They relaxed the hair. They praised the light skin and punished the dark. The system did its work so well.
I see that because I look at how light-skinned women will treat dark-skinned women and vice versa. Oh, and don't let it be a red bone. Oh, she gets it worse from a brown-skinned woman and a dark-skinned woman. I mean, but wait a minute. Y'all supposed to be the so-called sisterhood, right? You think black men don't get it? Yeah, they get it too. Dark-skinned black man hating on a light-skinned black man. And don't let that and don't let a red bone black man come into play. That's a problem. In general, with all this disrespectful, distasteful hatred between black culture, black individuals, it goes back to what Malcolm X said. Where did you learn this? How? You didn't just wake up one morning and say, this is the road that you're going to take. You learned this. Learned behavior. And that's why I had to give y'all some history. And that's why I had to play this clip so that we can at least acknowledge the source along with a little bit of history. Because the way that black women are treating black men and vice versa, the shit is not cool at all. But yet, why be so stupid as to carry on an agenda that you know that it's designed to keep separation, to keep division amongst those that look like you?
Well, that it no longer needed to operate openly. It had been internalized, automated, made invisible by its own success. That is why no white person has ever answered Malcolm's question. Because the honest answer is, we did. Every institution we built, every image we created, every story we told, every product we sold, every curriculum we wrote, every standard of beauty we established, every movie we made, every commercial we aired, we taught you. We taught you for 400 years, and then we blamed you for believing it. Malcolm asked the question once. The answer has been playing on a loop ever since.
It sure has. Ever since. Where do we go from here? What do we do? It's up to y'all to figure it out. This division between each other, that shit gotta cease. Black men, black women, the most dominant race on the planet, beautiful, creative, talented, gifted. Man, masculine men, feminine women. Come on now. Let's find a way to get back to love. Black love. Us. It's your boy Big Truck. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm gone. One.